In this age that never stops rushing us forward, it seems we've all grown accustomed to sacrificing sleep in exchange for some vague sense of security in our lives. Every day we race through tangled schedules, and for the sake of a deadline or simply to get one small step ahead of someone else, we willingly compress the hours of the night. Perhaps you've quietly told yourself, if I sleep 1 or 2 hours less each day, I'll have more time in my hands. Or maybe you feel that a little less sleep shouldn't do much harm to a young body. But here at Quiet Minds Universe, we want to invite you to look inward, to listen to the silent needs of your body. Science gently reminds us that sleep is not a bank account you can overdraw whenever you feel like it and pay back later. It is, in fact, the most powerful defense system that nature has given us to rebuild the order of life. Let's take a look deep inside the body. In our blood, there is a quiet army of defenders guarding the line of life, natural killer cells. Like tireless patrol officers within us, they are specially responsible for identifying and eliminating threats, such as cells that are beginning to mutate dangerously. Scientists once conducted a sobering test. Restricting sleep to just 4 hours for a single night caused the vitality of these guardian cells to fall by as much as 70%. This isn't just a medical statistic, it is the body's defense system letting out a silent sigh of anguish under extreme fatigue. Moreover, chronic sleep deprivation pushes the body's sympathetic nervous system into a state of excessive arousal, triggering sustained chronic inflammation. This internal disorder is precisely the kind of environment where many diseases love to take root. In fact, the long-term disruption of sleep rhythms has hidden powerful links to multiple serious illnesses. The World Health Organization has even officially classified any form of nighttime shift work as a probable carcinogen. Maybe you're thinking, I'm not pushing myself that hard. I'm only sleeping 1 hour less a day. It really can't be that bad, can it? To answer that, we can look at a natural experiment spanning 70 countries and about 1.6 billion people, daylight saving time. In spring each year, when people lose just 1 hour of sleep due to the turn of the clock, the very next day sees cardiac events spike by 24%. In autumn, when the clock shifts back and people gain an extra hour of sleep, heart attack rates drop by 21%. Even traffic accident rates trace the exact same curve, rising and falling with the seasons. How can just 1 hour make such an enormous difference? Because when sleep is insufficient, your body's ancient fight or flight alarm is forced to ring for far too long. It drives the continuous release of the stress hormone cortisol, causes blood vessels to constrict, and keeps blood pressure in a perpetual state of tension. It turns out that our cardiovascular system and brain are remarkably sensitive and fragile when it comes to even a single hour of lost sleep. And sleep loss doesn't stop there. It is quietly accelerating the pace at which our lives tick by. Physiological data shows that when healthy young men sleep only 4 to 5 hours a night, their testosterone levels fall dramatically, with a hormonal profile equivalent to someone 10 to 15 years older. In other words, losing sleep can age a person's internal functioning by over a decade almost overnight. For women, habitually sleeping less than 6 hours a night causes a 20% drop in follicle-stimulating hormone, the hormone crucial for conception. This not only disrupts the body's inner biological rhythm, it also makes the gift of new life far more difficult to receive. In a culture that frequently treats shortened sleep as a trophy of effort and glorifies taking from the outside world, we've unconsciously come to treat our bodies as machines that can be run into the ground at will. But the scientific truth is this: a body chronically deprived of sleep is silently bearing layers of deep wear and depletion. Sleep has never been an optional luxury. It is a non-negotiable necessity of life, and the most effective pathway we have to rebuilding order in both the brain and the body. True resilience has never meant spending yourself dry at 3 in the morning. It means having the courage, in the middle of all the noise, to turn off that light on time and let your body begin its highest level of repair. Tonight, stop squeezing sleep out of your schedule. Return the right to rest to yourself, gently and with love. Sleeping well is the strongest armor we have in this modern world to protect ourselves and resist the pull of anxiety. At Quiet Minds Universe, guard your own inner order. Good night.